Okay, so going into day one of the NFL draft, there was going to be some prospects sliding, and there was going to be some prospects that were more than likely going to drop further and come into your spot. So there's a possibility. More than likely, it's going to happen. What caught my attention during this draft day, just by watching it alone, was just one tight end got drafted. No safety got drafted. You would figure it's one of the deepest classes, right? I don't think so. It doesn't seem like it, but I think you're going to get your values worth after the first round. So the winners of the first round draft picks, I gotta say the Houston Texans, hands down. Not only that you get your quarterback, you get a game changer on the defense, and it's just right on the. It's in the top three picks. That's kind of crazy to do that, but you get that. You get that move, and it's good. So that's a winner, Houston Texans. Then the loser of the draft, in my opinion, is the Dallas Cowboys. Here's why they're the losers. You missed out on getting a tight end, a guy that could have been a difference maker. Michael Mayers was right on your guys' lap, and you guys passed on him. I thought he would have been a really good pick. I would have gave you guys a lot of props for that pick. I think he would have been the best tight end in the draft by far. But what really happened was the Bills picked the Utah tight end, Dalton Kincaid, whatever his name is, from Utah. They picked him, and I thought Michael Mayers was supposed to be the better tight end of the draft class, but he slides in the second round, so maybe they redeemed themselves if he slides again. Then maybe I give him credit for that, but I thought that would have been the best choice for the Cowboys, but they really messed up on that pick. You could have got a defensive tackle, maybe in the second or third round. That's great value to get one. He's not a pass rusher that creates pressure. He's a run stopper. He's okay. He's strong. There's nothing special about him. I think if you're looking for a run stopper guy, you could have got him later. But hey, you got him, so that's all that matters. But when you look at the rest of the other picks, so the pick that stood out to me was Seattle. I can't stand them, but I'll tell you why they stood out. You get a starting caliber cornerback who can solve your weakest link, which is your pass defense. And that was a bold draft pick. And then you get yourself a wide receiver. In the short term, it's going to be good for their offense, but in the long haul, I think he's going to replace Tyler Lockett. So that's what could happen. And then the one that just really got me just scratching my head a little bit. And when you look at that pick, what could have been? I thought the Atlanta Falcons should have at least waited to get a running back. You could have addressed other needs. It was head scratching because one, you had a leading rusher. Your running game wasn't that bad, but I guess getting Bijan Robinson does make your running game a lot better, but you didn't have to get this guy. He wasn't the biggest need. But I think the reason why they got him was to balance their offense, because Arthur Smith runs an offense like this in Tennessee when he was coaching down there as OC. So I can see why they got him. They want to get that difference maker, but you can build your offense off of any running backs on the system. I don't believe in first round pick running backs anymore. They're just not the kind of running backs you can build around long term. There's not that many running backs who can carry you at times. There's not a Derrick Henry. There's not a guy like Adrian Peterson. You can get a running back in the later rounds. And that was head scratching. I don't think running backs should be even considered first round picks anymore, because you can build them off your system. So that's what I thought of it. That was a head scratching to me. Like, you didn't need to do that. And which player was a reach to me? The one draft prospect I felt was a reach was this guy just didn't seem to make a lot of sense. But like I said, the Cowboys didn't need to get that guy. Mozzie Smith? Are you serious? I looked at his draft grade. He wasn't even a first round talent. He was listed as a second to third round grade. And that one was head scratching. That one didn't make sense. But who am I to judge? And then what kind of made it sound like a dumb move was, why would the Raiders pass on Jalen Carter? So you pick Tyree Wilson over Jalen Carter, who would make your defensive line so good? Like, you could have gotten Jalen Carter, who would take some double teams. That would make it easy for Crosby and Chandler Jones to get to the quarterback, man. Y'all missed out on that. So you decided to get somebody like a Tyree Wilson who would eventually replace Chandler Jones. You want to do that? Oh well. That one was kind of like, that was a dumb part on their part. So it was more like, why'd you do that? Your defense was pretty weak, and you didn't even get a D tackle like a Jalen Carter. That was a game changer. That would have made your D line good, bro. But yet I'm a hater. Nah, I'm just speaking facts, man. Y'all missed out on Jalen Carter. That's what I was saying. But oh well.